channel those natural impulses into like a compassionate competitivism,
100%.
then, you know, you have incentivized effort down those lines.
Yep, and that's exactly what the idea is for, I mean, one of these channels. So really the format is day one of doing something. That something should be somewhat cool until X thing happens. So one of the best examples is this guy said, day one of staying outside Twitter, he like camped outside Twitter until I hug Elon Musk. So that's like obviously viral in and of itself. This guy's camping outside Twitter. You see how compassionate, or like not compassionate, but like how dedicated he is. Dedication makes us care. We see like almost the Rocky type of energy where it's like they're down, they're trying super hard. Are they going to make it? And the consistent daily update, which is like, it's like a TV series. And then everyone's helping to manifest the outcome basically who comes across that video. And it just hacks the algorithm because it's a sequential storytelling rather than it just being like most TikTok channels and these things are so dissipated. They're not connected towards a rally, towards some finish line. So yeah, the sporting aspect of like, hey, there's a clear goal. There's something for us to conquer. Now we're all involved in participating even by watching is just the greatest manifestation hack in my opinion. So pair that up with these rings, and people obviously love displays of money, of wealth, and of giving away wealth. That's always been that's how Mr. Beast originally got viral. That was his go-to thing.
That's sort of Viking culture. Like the more you can give away, the more power you have.
Right. And so that's what's super cool about the dynamic of Real Brilliance is, you know, these are rings that money can't buy. You have to donate. Some of them are like a $22,000 donation to get this ring, but that ring's actual cost is like $50. So what that allows us to do is, and because I have this gift tool, which allows me to push, you know, tens of millions of views towards any cause or thing, which I can just tack on to when these rings are given out as the value part of that surplus money side. So it's like day one of giving out a $22,000 ring until, and then I don't know what the finish line is, something to do with the movement of, you know, could be some big charitable goal. It could be something like,
you know, and
there's
with these rings, I think almost like Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit or whatever, and the 12 rings to rule them, or one ring to rule, you know, I think we can play on well-known legends in a way. And, you know, potentially as I travel the world, I take a number of rings with me that get blessed or full of story in different ways. And each of those rings are the most coveted out of all of the rings, at least for that project, because these are the ones that traveled, that got knowledge, that got blessed, that got, you know, we can divide them into almost similarly elvish, dwarvish, you know, not in that way, but, you know, I'm saying we could divide them in different ways that they mean different things.
100%. I mean,
animals,
the opportunity to make crazy cool custom rings that are some specific activation with a massive celebrity or brand who's then like, what if, like lots of these brands donate millions of dollars every year, but they're not attaching that to an inspirational story or representing it in the world enough, which is better for them and better for the world. Like these are the stories we want to see. We want these inspirational, hopeful things.
And it gets them good press, which is
exactly
what they need.
Exactly. And it helps just incept the idea into mankind that there's a new paradigm of status, which is we buy designer goods, which money doesn't go to Bernal Nault or the corporation, but the surplus goes to the world. And now it's also tax deductible for me, and you know, it's just like it's winning in all degrees. So I really think the aspect of like giving out a $22,000 ring is really cool, because that's one of the things I noticed. Chris was like, he just went on the website. I sent it to him when I'm like, I'm gonna buy you one of these, and he's like, dude, these are expensive. And I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm the donor of the services. You know,
is Chris the Beast guy?
No, Chris is just a friend.
Okay.
If we get Mr. Beast, which I totally think we can, that's when this really just like, that's when the whole $250 billion a year industry gets shifted to charity, because he is an outlet, you know, a throat chakra to the world for sure.
Good. Well, just to throw a couple things out, because you never know what intersects and floats up. I was approached by SpaceX before COVID to paint, you know, the first mural in space on one of the rockets they're going to launch out of Boca Chica. I was going to paint a 600-foot-long mural of Mars at the launch site, and I was going to paint a 500-foot-long 8-story mural across from from Elon's office at SpaceX off of the 10 freeway in Crenshaw, whatever that is over there, Inglewood, and all that got killed by COVID as well. But there's that, and it would be cool to get a mural, selfishly for me, get a mural in space. The other thing is I spent a year alone in the desert. I'm going to be publishing a book pretty soon called The Silver Path, which is just sort of the weird insights and epiphanies, profound, I would say, insights and epiphanies that I sort of came across by sitting on my ass with nothing to read or write, with no tent or sleeping bag. And I'd never built a fire over the course of many months a number of years ago. So just stuff, and yeah, just blast me out anything that you think is relevant. And I'm just be with my dad for the next week, hanging out with him. So I'll have time to pour through all sorts of stuff. And I do like the idea of taking a Tolkien-esque view of this in a way, because that type of view, whether it's in the Kalevala or the stories of Asgard or any world culture, has their own, system of legends, and they all mimic each other, as we all know through, what's his face? Who's the philosopher? Carl Jung.
Hero's Journey.
Yeah, Hero's Journey was Joseph Campbell, right?
Oh.
But he was a disciple of Carl Jung, and Hero's Journey is an obviously amazing book. I think we can really do something by tying all of this stuff together, and making it really fun and meaningful and helpful and useful to people. So
one ring to save them all.
And that ring is our solar system or whatever. We can have all sorts of metaphors built in,
How I view this is, as long as the short form strategy is just done, and I think I have something pretty good here. I'm quite bullish on this format, which, by the way, I decided would probably be best to do day one of giving out this ring until we give one to, and then we tag some celebrity. And so basically it's a very simple goal. So it's very similar to till I give a hug to Elon Musk, but it's a deeper mission and a more meaningful mission, and something that a celebrity would want to be a part of. And then it's give a ring to a person every day, and then explain to them what that ring is. Why is it a $22,000 ring? Well, and what we'll do is we'll give everyone, as the donation aspect, the ability to pick a cause or a charity or some message, and that'll be the donation, is spreading awareness to the world, which is through gifts and everything. That's just what I have access to do at scale on repeat, 10 million views for whatever anyone wants. This is something that I've been asking people, what's a message, the shortest message you have, which you think is the most powerful. I just want to go put these messages out there, because I can engineer culture a bit, did it for some of the political campaigns this year. So I think that format will work, and we'll get that's just a perfect format. We'll get bigger and bigger celebrities.
Well, I don't know boxing very well, but I've been vectoring into this kid named Ryan. I don't know, he's a young boxer that everybody seems to know except for me. And I know his manager, and I end up sitting with him at the Hollywood. I thought he was an actor because everybody was photographing him, but he's really into giving and kindness, and apparently he's one of the most famous young boxers around right now. So, obviously, like you said, there's going to be some cool intersecting celebrity constellations that we can create and access. Did I lose you, brother?
I was just typing.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, blast me anything you can, man. And I'm going to jump in my car because my fingers are starting to freeze. And super glad we connected.
For sure. Excited for the journey and the trek.
Yep, I agree, man. And then, so you're going to be mostly where over the next, 4 weeks?
I will.
Bay Area?
Yeah.
Okay, just figuring that out. I have an ailing aunt and an old uncle that have been meaning to visit up that way. So maybe I could just, hit a few birds with a single stone to, get up there and give them a hug, because he's 96.
Awesome.
So they're in Atherton, which is probably just south of you.
Awesome.
But yeah, man, happy holidays, and I'll see you on WhatsApp. Call me anytime or blast me anything anytime, and I'll just start sort of, iceberg under the water conceptualizing stuff.
Beautiful. Sounds great.
Okay, buddy. You
Sure.
have a good day, man.